Guys, it's Paulina. Thanks for joining me in today's strength circuit class. Today we will be using weights, so if you have dumbbells, make sure to go grab them. If you don't have dumbbells, try and grab some canned goods, water bottles, whatever you may have around the house to be able to hold in your hands as your weights. And then as an extra added option, which isn't necessary, I will be demonstrating all of the exercises on a physio-ball, just for those of you that may have one at home, but if you don't have one, don't feel like you need to go get them. I will demonstrate these exercises also if you don't have one. The way that class will be set up is we will be doing each exercise for 4 sets. That first set will be 35 seconds of work, 25 seconds of rest. Second set will be 55 seconds of work, 35 seconds of rest, and then we will repeat those 2 sets, so back to the 35, and then finishing with that 55 for a total of those 4 sets, and then we'll get a nice long 60-second break in between each exercise so your muscles can recharge while I demonstrate what that following exercise will be. But besides that, we will go ahead and get started. Our first exercise will be a chest press. So if you don't have a physio ball, you will be on the ground doing the exercise, laying on your back with your feet flat, bringing those dumbbells right over your chest, pressing straight up, and then bringing it back down, making sure, just like with a push-up, those elbows aren't flared out to your side. You want to keep it at that nice 45-degree angle, always making sure the chest or the dumbbells over your chest and not over your head or below. That'll make the weight feel 10 times heavier, and you'll also be working your shoulders instead of your chest. If you have the physio ball, you're going to go ahead and sit on it while holding your weights, and then you're just going to slowly roll off of it so that just your shoulder blades are on the ball. That butt should be off, and then you're going to keep it up a nice straight line. I don't want you overextending, making a bridge. You're just keeping a nice straight flat line, feet flat on the ground. Same thing. Those weights will be right over your chest, flared at that 45, not out to the sides, and making sure it stays right over the chest, not pushing over your head or below. We will go ahead and get started. Like I said, once we finish those 4 sets for that exercise, we are completely done with it. So we're starting off with that chest press. If you're on a ball, go ahead, sit on it with your weights in hand. If you do not have one, lay on the ground, back flat, feet on the floor. We are getting started. Go ahead, get in position. In 3, 2, 1, go ahead and start. Making sure again, if you're on that ball, just your shoulders, your butt should be off. You're pressing straight up, keeping those hips in the air. Nice reverse tabletop position. Keep it up. 2, 1, go ahead and rest. Get nice long 25 seconds of rest. Making sure you're breathing in through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. We are getting started. 7 seconds, so get in position, hips up. 3, 2, 1, go ahead and start. Make sure if you're on that physio ball, those legs are making that 90-degree angle. Don't have your feet too far forward or too far backwards. You want a nice support. Remember, this is our long set. We still have 15 seconds. Keep pressing. Go ahead and rest. We have nice long 30 more seconds till we're back to that 35-second set. We have 15 seconds. Get those muscles ready. We're gonna get in position, roll it on down if you're on a ball. Up in 3, 2, 1, press up. Keep it up. 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. We have one final set of these chest presses. Last time we are doing this exercise. 55 seconds and 10 seconds. Go ahead, roll it out. You're in position. 2, 1, press it up. Final time, 55 seconds. You can do it. Keep those hips up, nice and flat. Don't overarch. Keep the weights over your chest. Elbows flared at that 45. You can do it. You got 10 seconds. Keep it moving. 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. Nice long break. Our next exercise will be working our legs, doing a Bulgarian squat. So, if you have a wall, feel free to come closer to it to help kind of balance you as you get in position. You're going to have your foot, one foot, back leg on the ball, that other foot flat right in front of you. You'll be coming down into that squat, bending down, that nice 90-degree, and then bringing it on up. We're going to do it all on one leg for those first 2 sets, and then we're going to switch legs for the last 2. Don't add a weight on here until you feel comfortable with that balance. Because since we're not doing it on something stable like a chair like we normally would, that ball is going to really challenge your balancing, your core right there. You want to make sure you have that nice stability before you increase it and add that challenge of a weight. If you don't have a physio-ball, you can grab a chair like we normally would, prop it up. But if you don't have that either, you can also do a staggered squat where you will have one leg foot flat, the other leg will be behind on its toe, keeping all your weight shifted into that leg that is flat. You're going to bend on down into that squat and bring it back up. Make sure that weight is shifted mostly onto that standing leg. That's what's going to increase that weight and force that muscle on that supporting leg to work more. Same thing with the Bulgarian squat. Make sure you have that balance, have that power and muscle to be pressing down and up before you add that weight. We're going to go ahead and get started. If you feel comfortable with that weight or with just your body weight after a while. You can start with a weight by your foot. So once you get comfortable, you can just bend down to grab it while you're already in position without having to hold the weight and put your foot up. Make it more challenging on yourself. No need for that. We are going to go ahead and get started. Pick which leg you want to start with. I recommend starting with your weaker leg as your standing leg because that's the one you'll be working on, and then switching over to that more dominant, stronger leg. Once we switch over after those first 2 sets, go ahead, get in position, legs up if you have a physio-ball or chair. If you don't, you have one foot flat, one on its toe behind. We are going to go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, bring it down. Keep that balance. Make sure that front knee is not caving in. Push it out. If you have that wall, feel free to hold on to it while you do this until you get comfortable with that balance. You have 5 seconds left. Go ahead, rest. Long set now. We're using that same standing leg. Getting started in 10 seconds. So bring that leg up. Hold that balance. We're going down. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. 55 seconds. Pace yourself so that you can be moving the entire time. 30 seconds left. Keep it up. 15 more seconds. Last time we were doing it on this leg. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. We are going to switch legs now, doing it all on that other leg. We still have 20 seconds. Make sure you grab that water whenever you need to. Stay hydrated. Don't feel like you have to wait after we're done with each exercise. Bring that leg up. We got 10 seconds till we start that 35-second set. In 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Less than 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. We have one final set with that same leg. 55 seconds, our longest time. Go ahead, get in position. We're going up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. 55 seconds. Make sure that knee doesn't cave in. Push it out. Less than 30 seconds. Try and keep your eyes Looking forward, neck nice and neutral, back nice and straight. 10 seconds left. You can fit a couple more reps in. 5 seconds, two more. Last one. Go ahead and rest. Whew. We are switching it back to arms. We will be doing a single arm bent over row. So with that stability ball, you're going to place your hand, press it down into the ball while the other arm has that weight, making sure that back is parallel to the ground, nice and straight. I don't want to see hunching, don't want to see that overarching. You're going to just strict row up, bringing that elbow straight in the air, keeping it right tucked by your side. You're going to come up, hold it for a second, and then slowly lower it back down to repeat. If you don't have that physio ball, completely fine. You're just going to be standing, same concept. Start standing straight. Bring those shoulder blades back. Keep those knees slightly bent. Hinge straight at your hips like you would a deadlift. Keep that back nice and straight. And you're just going to bring it up, hold it for a second, slow it down on the way down. Keep it nice and controlled. I don't want you just flailing it around. Bringing it up, holding it, dropping down, controlling that motion the entire time, working your muscle. We will go ahead and get started. Everyone get in position. Make sure you start that shoulder blade back. Bring it back. Squeeze them back together. Hold it there as you bend over. That way you won't start in that hunched over position. And then keep that feeling in mind as you're doing it the whole time so that you stay straight and you don't end up arching as the timing goes on. Pick which side. Again, start with that weaker side. We are getting started in 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that arm up, hold it, slowly lower it down. If you have that physio ball, press your hand into it. If you don't have that physio ball, you can either use the chair if you use one for that Bulgarian squat to press down into, or you're going to do it like I showed you. You just don't have anything there to support you, which is fine. You're just making sure you're keeping that back nice and straight. 5 seconds left. Go ahead and rest. Again, make sure as you're in that position, I know it's hard and tempting to want to look up, but keep that neck nice and neutral. Look down at the ground. Weights are up. We are getting started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Row it up. Bring it down, nice and controlled. You are in control. That arm, don't let it just drop down. We have 30 seconds left. Ten seconds. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. Grab some water if you need to. Towel off. We are switching arms. So go ahead, get in position so that weight will be in that opposite arm. We're getting started in 15 seconds. Get in position. Have that other hand on the ball, on the chair, ready and extended to press down. We're bending over, rowing in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Hold it up there for that 1 second. Slowly bring it down. Almost as if you're doing a slow tempo. 4 count down, 1 count up. 10 seconds left. Go ahead and rest. We have 20 seconds, our last set of these, same arm, 55 seconds this time, nice long set. Go ahead, pick those weights up. We're bending over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Row it up. Make sure that chest stays parallel to the ground. Don't want you to see it at an angle. I want you nice and bent over 90 degrees, looking down at the ground. Less than 15 seconds. Last rep. Go ahead and rest. You're going to go ahead, lay on the ground. For this exercise, you don't need a weight. It's an option to add it for that challenge. We're going to be doing glute hamstring raises. So if you are on that physio-ball, you're laying on your back, your heels pressed into the ball, legs nice and almost straight, toes pointing up, and you're just going to raise those hips up, pressing that heel into the ground, working your glute and your hamstrings, bringing it up to that nice straight line. Again, I don't want to see you overarching. You're just stopping once it's nice and straight. If you don't have the physio ball, we're doing hamstring marches. So, same concept. Those legs are almost completely extended. Heels on the ground, toes pointing up. You're raising those hips up nice and level. Raising one leg up and then the other, marching, bringing that heel back to the ground. Always keeping your hips up, and I don't want to see them shifting down. Keeping those hips level even when you have a leg in the air. If you want to, for either of those exercises, you can add that weight, place it over your pelvis, and that'll give you that extra challenge of having more weight to raise up. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1. Bring it straight up and back down. Heels on the ball. Don't overextend. Just like with the rows, lower back down, nice and controlled. I don't want your butt to just hit the floor. It should be nice, soft touch, and then power up. Go ahead and rest. We have our long set coming up. If you want, I challenge you to do the first 2 body weight and then try and add that weight either for the last 2 sets or just that last set. But we're going to go ahead, bring it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips up,
Slowly lower down, tap the ground, and then power back up. Don't rest on the ground for too long. We have 15 seconds. Keep it up. Breathe through it. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Go ahead and rest. 2 more sets. Short set coming up, only 35 seconds. Extend those legs back out, toes up, heels down. We're gonna raise our hips up, squeeze those glutes at the top, and slowly lower back down in 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. 3 seconds, one last rep. Go ahead and drop it down. One final set, 55 seconds. As I said before, I challenge you to try and put a weight on there. If you have one that's not too heavy, place it over your pelvis. Bring it on up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raise the hips up. Hold that weight there. 55 seconds. Final set of these. Twenty seconds. Keep bringing the hips up, nice straight line. Go ahead and rest. That was our final leg movement. We have 2 more arm movements that we will be doing. We will be doing a strict shoulder press next. So if you have that physio-ball, you will be sitting on it, feet flat, back nice and straight. I don't want to see you overarching. What you're going to do is you're going to pelvic tilt that back, back's nice and straight, and then I don't want you over hunching, so you're pressing those shoulder blades back like we've been doing. You're going to keep those hands right over your shoulders, press straight up, making sure not to try to power through your feet. I just want your shoulders doing the work. Again, making sure you keep that nice straight line. You end up bringing it forwards or backwards, it's going to feel so much heavier on your shoulders. So nice straight line. If you don't have that physio-ball, you're going to do a seated shoulder press. This is going to take out any temptation of you to use your legs to press up. Same concept. No overarching. Pelvic tilt. Shoulder blades back. Pressing straight up into the air, eyes looking forward, keeping that neck nice and neutral. We have 4 sets of these like we've been doing, starting with that 35-second set. Go ahead, get in position, whether it's on the floor or on your physio-ball. Go ahead, do your pelvic tilt, making sure that back's nice and straight. Bring those shoulder blades back. Have those weights in your hands, because when we get started, you're going to bring it up and then straight press up again, not beginning to arch as you press those shoulders up. We are getting started in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those arms up, slowly lower down. See that pattern with all of our movements that I want you to power up. Slowly bring it down. Again, making sure that the back's not arching. Bring those shoulder blades back. Squeeze it together. We have less than 10 seconds. Go ahead and rest. Weights down. You'll see that it's a lot more challenging to be doing them seated because you don't have your legs to help force your shoulders up. We're getting started in 3, 2, 1. Weights up. Press those arms straight in the air. Dumbbells should almost touch. Back is not arching. If your back begins to arch, you're gonna try to lower down your weight if you have multiple. If not, just slow down your pace so that you can really focus on that form. We have 10 seconds left. Give me one more rep at least. 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. Bring it down. Stay seated. We have 2 more of these. Back to that 35 seconds. Then we only have 1 more strength movement before we move on to our core exercises. Only nice, quick 10 minutes of core today. Grab those weights up. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights up. Press those arms straight up. Ten seconds. Go ahead and rest. Ooh, shake those shoulders out if you need to. We have 1 final set, 55 seconds. Then we get to move on to some bicep curls to end our strength with. Weights up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press on up. Try not to let that back arch. Thirty seconds left. 10 more seconds. Last rep. 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. Whew. We have one last strength movement before our core, and that will be 4 sets of bicep curls. Same thing, you will be sitting on that physio ball, making sure that back isn't overarching, doing that pelvic tilt, keeping those arms nice and extended to begin with, and then bringing it up, nice full range of motion. If you don't have that physio ball, you will just be standing, again, not doing that pelvic tilt or not arching, doing the pelvic tilt, keeping those arms nice and extended, pressing or curling those arms up, making sure, again, hold that pump for a second, slowly lower it back down for almost a count of 4, making sure you bring those arms all the way back down, full range of motion. Go ahead, grab those weights, extend those arms down, palms looking up. We are getting started in 3, 2, 1. Bring it on up. Holding that, slowly lowering down. Making sure that lower back not arching. Keep that pelvic tilt. Shoulder blades back. I've been saying it all class. I'm sure you're tired of hearing it, but just a friendly reminder. 5 seconds. Go ahead and rest. 3 more sets. If it starts to get tiring to do both at the same time, you can kind of slow it down by alternating left to right, one at a time. We are getting started. A long set, 55 seconds in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds. Keep it up. We have 10 seconds. 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. 2 more sets. Then we get to move on to our core, which will be 3 exercises, only for quick little 10 minutes. Woo. We got these 2 sets. 35 seconds coming up. Keep those feet flat on the ground, arms nice and extended, weights up. In 3, 2, 1, curl it up. "15 seconds, more than halfway there. Go ahead and rest. 1 final set, 55 seconds, nice and long, but this is all we have left for our strength. Weights are coming up. We are getting started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. less than 25 seconds. Stay strong. Keep the arms moving. Don't let that back arch. 10 seconds. 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. Whew. We are done with our strength. We are moving on to core. We will be beginning with sit-ups. So if you have that physio-ball, you're going to lay on it so that your shoulder blades are a little off of the ball. Again, those legs at that nice 90. You're going to arch that back and then bring it up. Small little crunch. So you're dropping down, letting your shoulder blades touch the ground, and then crunching up, bringing those shoulders off the air. If you don't have that physio ball, you will be doing the sit-ups on the ground, on the floor. You can either have your hands at your head or cross it over, and you're bringing it up to touch your knees. Go ahead, lay on back. We're getting started. Crunch it on up. 35 seconds. Ten more seconds. Go ahead and rest. Sit on up. The timing for core will be a little different. We're only doing 3 sets per exercise, starting with that 35. Second set will be 40 seconds of work, and then that third set will be 45. So we are getting started with our 40-second set. Lay on back, hands by your head or across your chest. 3, 2, 1. Lift those shoulder blades off the ground. 20 seconds. Less than 10. 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. We have one final set. 45 seconds. Only 15 seconds of rest. Well, actually, we'll get the 60 seconds so I can demonstrate our next exercise. Bring it back down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Raise it on up. Nice crunch. Lift shoulder blades off the ground. Keep that nice flat reverse tabletop position. Legs bent at that 90 degrees. Five seconds. Go ahead and rest. We'll be laying on the ground now. We will be doing some pass and goes. So you're going to start with your arms and legs completely extended, arms overhead. You're going to lift your legs up and then pass that ball to your legs. Lower it back down and then bring it back to your hands. To repeat, if you don't have that ball, you're just doing toe touch variation, which is still keeping those arms and legs extended, and then bringing it up, and then back down, keeping the arms and legs nice and straight. Or if you have a weight, you can hold that weight in your hands as you raise on up, Otherwise, we're getting started 35 seconds in 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Pass that ball in between your legs. Squeeze to hold on to it. Raise it up. Go ahead and rest. Just like you would any other ab exercise on your back. Do that pelvic toe. Keep that back nice and flat. Only lower those legs as low as you can while keeping the back nice and straight. We are getting started. 40-second set in 4, 3, 2, 1. Making sure you're lifting your head and shoulders off the ground as you pass that ball to your legs. 10 more seconds. Go ahead and rest. We have one final set, 45 seconds. And then we're down to our last exercise of the entire workout. We are starting this 45-second set in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Head and shoulders up. Pass it to your legs. Bring it on down. Then pass it back. We have 15 seconds. Two, 1. Go ahead and rest. Our final exercise, we will be stirring the pot. So on that physio-ball, you will be in a high incline high plank position, keeping that butt down, not in the air. Elbows aligned under those shoulders, and you're just going to be on holding that plank, trying to write the alphabet or your name, whatever word you may want. If you don't have one, you're on the ground, elbow plank still, doing a body saw, rocking those shoulders forward and back, pushing from your feet, coming to the bottom of those toes, up to the tip, and then back and forth. Otherwise, we're coming up on our ball. Less than 3 minutes of class left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and hold it. Try. Move those shoulders around. Write that name if you can, or the alphabet. Keep the hips down. Butt's not in the air. 15 seconds. Go ahead and rest. 40 seconds for our next set. Whew. Only 2 minutes of class left. We got this. Get in position. Less than 10 seconds before we start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees up. Keep that butt down. You're on the floor. You're rocking yourself forwards and backwards. Moving the shoulders. Pushing off and back with your toes. We have 20 seconds, halfway. Go ahead and rest. If it begins to get very challenging, because I'm sure your shoulders are burning up, you can just hold that plank, whether you're on the ball or on the ground. Our final set, 45 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. We have 20 seconds left. Hold it, stay strong, less than 10 seconds till we are completely done. 3, 2, 1, go ahead and rest. That is our workout. Grab some water, towel off. Ooh, take that nice deep inhale through the mouth, exhale through, or inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Wow. Whew. We will go ahead, do a nice quick little cool down. Okay, for our cool down, we will go ahead and get started. Laying on our backs, legs extended, arms out by your side. You're going to pick up that right leg, bend it, and bring it across and over left side of the body. Making sure to keep that right shoulder blade flat on the ground. Try to look over it. While in this position, try and bend that left leg and reach for the ankle with your right hand while keeping that right shoulder blade on the ground. Still looking over it. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, release that left leg. Bring the right leg over. Opposite side, pick up that left leg, bend it, bring it across and over, right side of your body. Bend that right leg, try and reach for the ankle. Look over that left shoulder, keeping that shoulder blade flat. Focus on your breathing. Deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale out through the mouth. 3, 2, 1. Release that right leg. Bring your left leg back over. We're going to pick that right leg up, bend it again, grabbing both hands onto the front of the knee. You're going to pull it towards your right shoulder. So you're going to pull it into the chest and a little bit out to that right side. Give you a little bit more mobility in this hip stretch. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, release, extend that right leg, bring the left leg in, pull it towards your left shoulder. Nice light stretch, shouldn't be any pain. 3, 2, 1. go ahead and release. We're gonna roll over onto our stomachs now. Arms still extended, legs still extended. We're bringing that left hand in next to our chest, pushing up off the ground, bending that left leg, bringing it behind the right so that you're just laying on your shoulder. You can keep your head on the ground. Three, two, one. Roll it back onto your stomach. Extend that left arm back out. Bring the right hand into your chest. Push on off. Three, two, one. Roll back onto your stomach. Bring the left hand in now too. And we're going to press on up to an upward dog, keeping our eyes looking forward. We're going to turn, look over our left shoulder, take a nice big inhale through the nose. And then go ahead, exhale, bring it back center, pressing back down. Gonna bring it back up in 3, 2, 1, press up. Look over your right shoulder this time. Nice big inhale. And then go ahead, exhale, bring it back center. We're gonna bring our hips up into a quadruped position, hands and knees. You're going to lift our right hand, or our left hand, off the ground. Twist to the left, bring it up in the air. Nice straight line. You should be kind of feeling a stretch going across your chest. Then we're going to bring our left hand back and behind the back. Trying to grab on, your palm should be trying to grab onto either your shirt like so, as you can see. And then you're pulling that elbow back, still twisting towards that left to try and stretch out that left shoulder. While in this position, I want you to bend your neck and tilt it so your right ear is coming down to your right shoulder to stretch out the left side of your neck. Three, two, one. Bring the ear back up. Release that left hand. Swing it back down to the ground. We are switching sides. Right hand up. Go ahead. Swing it around back. Press that elbow back. Pull it back. Tilt your ear down to your left shoulder. Three, two, one. Press it back up. Bring the arm around. Back to quadruped position. We are going to turn our hands so your wrists are facing away from you. And you're going to just rock back slowly until you start to feel that stretch going up your forearms. Three, two, one. Bring it back up. We're going to twist our hands back so the palms or your wrists are facing in. And you're going to flip the hands over so your palms are facing up And same thing, just rock it back till you feel that stretch coming up your forearms. 3, 2, 1. Flip the hands back over. We are going to slide our hands forward, keeping them extended, bringing our forehead to the ground, and then we're going to melt down, pressing our chest down. In 3, 2, 1. Slide those hands forward, keep the hips up, forehead down, pressing the chest into the floor, stretching out your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up into that quadruped position. And now we're going to step our left hand out to that 45-degree angle, and then our right hand out to a 45-degree angle. Same thing, bring the forehead down, melt that chest into the floor, hips in the air, arms nice and straight. 3, 2, 1. Slide the hand back in. We're going to sit on our heels, slide our hands forward into a child's pose position, chin to chest. Go ahead, walk your hands over to the left. And then go ahead and walk your hands over to the right. Bring it back center. Keeping your hands where they are. You are going to bring the hips up, pressing or stepping that left foot forward into a hip flexor stretch. Pick that left hand off the ground, twist towards the left, straight up in the sky, just like before. Bring it down and behind your back. Bring that right hand back up. Swing that left arm forward, and then we're placing it back down on the ground. Step that left foot back, right foot forward now. Lean it into that hip flexor. Right hand up to the sky, twisting to that right. Bring it back. Lift that left hand up, hold that balance. And then swing your right hand back forward, coming down to the ground. We are stepping that right foot back. We're going to come up onto our toes into that downward dog position. Alternate, nice and slow rocking, flattening down that heel. stretching out the calves. Go ahead, place both heels on the ground, holding it there. Then kick that right leg up in the air, bring it forward into a pigeon. That right knee is leading, so we're going to take our left hand and slide it across and over, down. Three, two, one. Press back up, bend that left leg. Reach for it with your right hand. Pull that leg as close to you as you need to feel that stretch in the front of your left thigh. Go ahead, release. Bring your forearms down. Press back up. Bend that left leg one more time. This time reaching with your left hand. Pulling again, nice and light. You don't want any pain, just a nice, easy stretch. Three, two, one. You're going to roll onto your bottom, keeping that right leg bent. You're going to bring that left leg forward, fold forward into a left hamstring stretch. Bring it on up. Switch legs, right leg out, left leg in. Fold it forward, right hamstring stretch. Three, two, one. Come on up, keeping that left leg bent. We're gonna swing that right leg behind, flip it over into that pigeon. That left knee is leading, so you're taking your right hand, sliding it across and over. Go ahead, press it up, bend that right leg, reach for it with your left hand. Three, two, one. Lower back down. Forearms, this time folding forward. Press back up. Bend that right leg. Reach for it with your right hand this time. Go ahead and release. Lower it back onto your bottom. Swing that right leg across. sitting crisscrossed. We're going to take our left hand, bring that forearm down onto the ground, keeping that right hip on the ground. I don't want you to be lifting off. We're going to take our right arm and extend it overhead. Stretch going down the right side of your body. Go ahead, place that right hand flat onto the ground. Again, keeping that right hip on the ground. Just try to extend that right arm as far as you can. 3, 2, 1. Lift that right hand back up, still overhead. Slowly bring it back to the right side of your hip. Press on up, and then we're switching sides. Right forearm down, left arm overhead, keeping both hips on the ground. Go ahead, press that left arm or left hand down, keeping your hips on the ground. Stretch it out as far as you can. 3, 2, 1. Lift that left hand back up, still overhead. Just slowly bring it back. Press back up, sitting up nice and tall, hands in front of you. We are sliding forward. Slide it on back, rolling up nice and slowly. I want you to take one nice big inhale through the nose. Really opening up your chest, sitting up nice and tall. And then exhale out through the mouth. We're going to do it one more time. Make sure to hold onto that breath till I say so. Go ahead, inhale through the nose. And then exhale back out. That is all I have for class today. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Hopefully we'll see you guys in one of our live classes or in another video. Stay tuned for those. But besides that, have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining me in this workout.